Hi, Go 96.3. I am Barb Abney, and I am joined in the studio by a couple of friends. I got my buddy Prof back.
Hey, baby girl.
And I got Fundo in the studio for the very first time ever.
Hi.
Hi. Let's talk. It is Liability Day. This means a different thing in law, but it means a great thing in the hip-hop community.
I mean, laws will be broken.
Oh, obviously.
You know, probably like 1 out of 5 teenagers after listening to the record will go out and commit a crime. Does
the PMRC still exist?
PMRC. Okay, I won't even try and do that on the top of my head because I'll say some swear words. What's that?
The PMRC back in the 80s. Oh my God, I'm so old. Back in the 80s.
When was this?
Seriously, like they were the ones who like made you put the lyrics warnings on NWA records, and they said that Judas Priest and NWA were.
Gore chick did it. What Tipper Gore did it?
Yeah. So yeah, the PMRC. So if they weren't active, if they had been inactive for a while, then they're gonna like Power Twins reactivate
Tipper
for
Gore
this.
is gonna roll around in her grave. She's dead, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think let's just say she is.
Her husband Al Gore's still alive though, right?
Yeah, it's just his career.
He invented the internet. He's gonna live forever.
That's true. He's the very first person to have the what is that called when you become one with a computer? It doesn't.
Psycho.
Well, that yes. So let's talk about the album. It's out everywhere now.
Yes, everywhere. And
people with their pre-sales were all up on social media yesterday like, ooh, look at me. I got my T-shirt. I got my bag. I got my pretty artwork.
Yeah, it's already out to people, some people out there. And we're just, we're happy. Yeah, we're really happy, man. So I've worked on this record for a really, really long time, and it's out. And the responses are coming in from people I trust, really hard critics, and it's all positive. So, because I've shared it with my homies, and they're like, yes, it is your best work, but to hear people who, have been known to hate on a song time to time or whatever, they're like, this is your body of work. Like, this is the classic. We did it.
We're going to talk a little bit more about the in-depth behind-the-scenes making of Liability. But first, just to get everybody caught up, you were in here back right before Memorial Day weekend, before Soundset.
Yeah.
When we announced
the wrong
Liability. That happens.
We pushed it back. We had to. We
had
to get it right.
Was it true that it got pushed back because somebody drew a penis on a character in the album and it had to be? No, I'm kidding.
Actually, for the pre-sales, I recognized a friend a couple days ago that was on there, and I signed everything, and I drew him a couple of really nasty things, and we sent it out to him. So,
but you drew all the artwork in here. As I was looking through this, I'm like, for every single, and is the artwork? I mean, it goes with the song?
Every single, I listened to the song, I typed up the lyrics, and for every single song, I drew a picture.
Just the ambulance with bar breaker. Yeah.
Amper lamps with bar breaker, just, yeah. So there's a bunch of little sketches and stuff, and we're going to probably make them into T-shirts that you can buy or like printouts and stuff. So,
oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So how did you fare doing the Prof Outdoors show? Like, did anybody have Heatstroke at that show?
Yes.
Yes.
I was in such rough shape. It was so hot. There's so much stuff going that shouldn't happen. Like, we tried to make these like 50-foot cactuses on each side of the stage, and like the fire marshal was like, no, and we had people working on them for like weeks leading up to it. You know what I mean? And we were like, oh, we can't do that. So there's so much going on. You know what I mean?
Cactuses.
Yeah, like cacti.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Well, on the stage?
Well, yeah, both sides of the stage, like as tall as the stage. And they were working on them in like alleys and garages on the south side. And then once we like got them there to try to assemble them, we were like looking around like these things are way too big. Like, we can't do this.
Wow. This is the first I've heard of this.
So yeah, so some stuff was going wrong, and the sound went out for a second. It was hot, but I went on stage, and it was the best show I've ever been a part of. It was so good. It was so good. Like, we got off stage, and all my homies were like, dude, that might have been #1, man. I'm just sweating. I'm like, yeah, I think it was.
Like, yeah, get away from me. I know it was.
Let me sit back here and fart.
You're like, give me a minute to collect my thoughts. So you're not even working on Prof Outdoors 3 yet, right? Or are you?
It's happening. It'll happen. We're working on it.
I just wondered if it happens like this the moment you get off stage, if you're like, all right, yeah, you're coming back next year, right? Is that how it works?
I mean, well, I was like, we're doing that again, because we waited 2 years between them because I was on tour and making this record and stuff. And we weren't sure if this was something that we were going to do every single year. And after that show, we were like, all right, we have to, because it was amazing.
It's too big.
Yeah, I was up there like a shining beacon of importance to young children, and influence of single mothers and parents all over the world, and it was amazing. I want that feeling every year.
And
Telling them the truth.
It's gorgeous. Okay, so now the newest signee to Rhymesayers. The new record is out now, but it took a while to get this thing together.
Yeah.
And how long did you say you worked on it?
3 years, maybe even 3.5. A couple of those songs.
But that's from the writing of the first song till In Your Hand Today.
To the very last one. And, I put out Kaiser von Paderborn 3 years ago. So, up until then, I started working on everything else. Went through 2 surgeries, 2 rehabs, injuries, touring constantly, and writing, this record and recording this record. So, the plan is to never, ever go 3 years like that without putting out a record.
Right.
So I won't ever do that to you again, okay? I'm talking to you, the listener.
But it's working because everyone fucking loves their record.
Hey!
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Would you like to make your own bleep noise?
Yeah.
10-minute timeout.
Give me a censor button.
He hasn't had much practice.
That's okay. I've been trying to get Fundo on radio for a couple of years now,
your
so
fault.
it has taken a while to get you here. But I'm really excited about it. And now tell me, how long have you been drawing and painting?
My whole life. That's just something longer than I've been rapping for.
Quite the Renaissance man with this artwork. Have you ever thought about doing it?
I just love all types of art. I love making things that didn't exist prior to that. It makes me feel godly. It makes me feel just energized. I do pottery. I do I like sports because that makes me feel good when I score a bucket or a touchdown. I just like getting into things and making things and tinkering and building and rapping and making songs.
So just creating in general.
Yeah.
There is a parenthood question to be had here, but I'm going to skip over that for now.
Okay.
I don't know how many there are.
I knew that was coming. So let's give away some tickets. You're going to start your tour. Now that the record's out, it's time for you to share it with the world.
When are we going to go on the road?
So Duluth.
The Liability Tour, it starts in Duluth, coming up in just a couple weeks now. October 29th in Duluth at Grandma Sports Garden. Last time I was there, it sold out, and it's just a huge, nice, big venue with a lot of drunk people having a lot of fun. So.
And then there are the people in the audience.
Yeah, and then there's the people, and then we have an audience too. So.
How would you like to be a pair of people in the audience? You brought us a pair to give away, right?
Yeah, a pair.
What do you say, caller 10?
Bring a loved one. Caller 10. Bring a loved one.